What the hell did I just watch? I don't know what. Just that movie. Okay, let's just take something like both the Grand Laga movies, the end of Evangelion, and a little bit of the Yellow Submarine and whatever David Lynch movies there are. I've never seen a David Lynch movie in my life, but I've heard they're crazy, so I'll just assume I'll just throw them all in a blender and then mix it up and then put some steroids in it and then, I don't know, make about 1,000 or 1,000,000 or whatever more batches of it and mix it all together. And it's throwing that up to what the hell I just watched. Okay. That was a really weird movie, is all I can say. Alright. So, the third Madoka movie, Rebellion story and all that, it was fantastic. It was insane as all hell. You just saw what I just did, but it was freaking fantastic. That's all I can say. It's great. It's the animation. I mean, okay, let me calm down before I'm in a hotel room right now, so no one heard that just now, but I had to just do that because that's what this movie does to you. It drives you insane. It's so much incredible visuals. There's just so many incredible imagery, and I don't know what kind of drugs they were on, but I don't think even the best kind of drugs could get you to see whatever went on in the heads of guys like Shimbo or the Butcher. They just created this amazing movie that I highly recommend anyone out there go see right now, because right now I gotta kind of go into spoiler territory in order to describe it. I won't go too far into it because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. At the same time, I honestly don't know how I could describe a lot of it. But the basic story takes place after the first two movies, which basically were rehashes of the original series. So if you saw the TV series, then you'll know what you're getting into and you'll know what's going to happen. Again, spoilers, so if you haven't seen Madoka yet, I highly recommend you go see it right now because there's a lot of spoilers about to come up. So, basically, taking place after the end of the movie or the television series, whichever one you went to see, Homer now has somehow found herself in a really actually utopian world where not only are like Mami, Sayaka, Kyoko, and Madoka all there and living happy and rather good lives, except for the whole fighting evil monsters thing. But the monsters are not fighting. They're not the witches or anything or the demon things that appeared at the end of the television series or whatever. They're these things called nightmares, apparently. Apparently there are these creatures that were created from the bad desires or something of people, and wait, come to think of it, weren't the nightmare like a Precure villain or something? Yeah, actually I think they were, so wait a minute. Let's see, we have 5 multicolored girls fighting demons, and we know there's going to probably be a dark plot twist later. Yeah, it's Precure basically. Madoka Magica became Precure at the beginning of this movie, even though, which is kind of surreal considering right down the hall was, in my movie theater, was they were playing the Doki Doki Precure movie, so yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, they're fighting in this world that's definitely not the world that they ended on in the television series, so of course Homer figures out that something is up, and well, she has to now dissect what the hell is going on. Along the way though, there's some really, really incredible visuals in this movie. I gotta talk about that right now. First of all, first of all, just as I said, it's like the Yellow Submarine on crack. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure the Yellow Submarine was created on crack, but just imagine somebody the marathoning the Yellow Submarine and the end of Evangelion back to back, as well as some Grand Log, as I said, and never mind. I don't think even that would cover how you would actually come up with this, but basically, this action in this movie is fantastic. There's like so much stuff going on at once. There's incredible visuals. Every time I thought I saw something incredibly imaginative and visually stunning, the movie topped it every single time. Every single time it topped it and was amazing. The story itself, of course, is great because it's a further take on how Homer deals with the loss of Madoka and all that after the end of the movie, and it does come to its ultimate resolution, which, yeah, let's talk about that resolution. Damn it. Let's talk about that resolution. The ending to this movie and Homer's final choice of what she wants to do, it's kind of... I think it's going to divide people. I'm pretty damn sure anyone who went into this movie... It's weird. A part of me absolutely hates this ending. I mean, what the hell were they thinking is what I'm thinking is... When they made this ending, I just gotta say to Butcher and to Shimbo, the both of you have balls. You have balls like the size of bowling balls. I mean, balls so big that I don't know how they can fit in your pants kind of balls, but I don't know what the hell you were thinking when you made that ending. I mean, I brought up Renlaga just a minute ago, and you know what? It goes on scale. That ending went on scales bigger than a universe-sized Kamina. That's how big this ending goes, and the part of me that loves epicness absolutely loved that ending, but at the same time, the part of me that loved the original ending to Madoka Magica, loved Homer's character, it's hating this ending. So both these two sides of me are colliding, and I'm confused as all hell as to how I should feel about that ending, but I think both sides do have to agree that was an amazing ending. It's an ending that I'm sure a lot of people are going to debate about and going to try and point out and are going to be like split about it and all that. But ultimately, is it the kind of ending I would have wanted for Madoka Magica? No, not really. I think the best ending to Madoka Magica, just based on my own opinion of how I like hero stories and all that, I think the good ending in Madoka Portable was still better. It's still superior, and I think I'll probably go out now and buy some doujinshi that have better endings than... Alright, maybe not better endings, because I don't know if this... Because this was an epic ending, there's no doubt about it. So I'm not sure, especially if I go out there and buy some doujinshi right now, I'm not sure if it's going to be better, or what really qualifies for better at this point, or... What the hell's that sound? Or it qualifies for better, or I just don't know. That ending is going to leave me split for a while. It's left me in shock. It's left me wet is what it's left me. So ultimately the big question of the day is will I buy it when it comes on Blu-ray or whatever? Hell yeah! That was, no matter what I think about that ending, the rest of the movie is epic. It's incredible. It's a masterpiece. There's no argument there. The The only complaints I might have about it is the part of me that hates that ending, though kind of still likes it. And the other complaint I might have about this movie is the character of Nagisa who was introduced in this movie. Yeah, if anyone's seen like the advertisements for this movie, they really hype up this character named Nagisa, and she really doesn't do all that much. Not really at all. And at the same time, I want her to do more stuff because this is the character we've all been wanting to see. I won't spoiler who exactly Nagisa is, but when you see who she really is, your mind's gonna be blown. It's gonna be incredible. She's a great character. Homura is. I won't say anything more about Homura because yeah, there's that ending. I won't spoil it for you just yet. Maybe I'll go home and when I'm in front of my desktop, I can make a video that's gonna have a bunch of spoilers. It's gonna be a hell of a lot more high quality than me just sitting down here in my hotel room and using my camera to record this. But otherwise, I really like that movie. The ending has left me confused, but it was still a fantastic movie that if it happens to come to your state, I highly recommend you go check it out. Just be open to that ending is all I can say because, yeah. My theater was packed because it's Madoka, people. It's gonna be packed and... Alright. It was packed and I think everyone was in shock of that ending because we all sat there with our mouths open like this until the scene after the end credits played, and that scene after the end credits it's not going to help anything. It's not going to help that ending change my view of that ending in any way, but yeah, that ending hurt. All right, I'm gonna make a video spoiling the ending later because, quite frankly, I need to spoil it somehow. That'll probably be my next video as soon as I get back to the States, and yeah, that ending. Okay, I've said that enough. Trailers I saw before the movie. I saw a trailer for the Black Butler live action movie. It looks pretty darn good, actually. I'm sure it's gonna get all of the Fujoshi screaming in glee. Yeah, right. It looks good. Maybe I'll see it myself because I think the actors they got were really cool. Like especially Sebastian's actor. Other trailers I saw. A really good trailer I saw was like Studio Ghibli's next movie. Yeah, of course, Studio Ghibli's gonna have a good movie, but this one is really interesting because it's animated in like the old kind of traditional art style of Japanese. Like I have no idea what to call it, but basically it's the story of Kaguya Hime, which, if any of you know your Japanese folklore, that's like one of the big Japanese folklore, and the fact that Studio Ghibli's gonna animate it now is just fantastic in my mind, and I'm going to pay to see that movie. It's probably not going to be as visually insane as this movie, but yeah. So, that was Madoka Magica, the Rebellion story. It's fantastic. Again, it's fantastic, but... that ending...